All right, look at that. I'm getting better on the outro. I really am. Take practice. Practice takes perfect. Perfect takes practice. I'm fucking old. Thank you, Mandy. I see you. I see you laughing in the green room. Hey, everybody. I know that you have a place to be, and you choose to be with us. I don't know why, but you are, and you're here every Tuesday. It must be something. Must be my high karate cologne that I wear once in a while. Brute. All right, guys. We're gonna talk about. It's been a while. It's been a while. We're gonna time to talk about movies that we have seen. It's been a little hiatus, so it gave us plenty of times to not watch movies. The only person that's watched movies here, I'm going to say two people, uh, and I'm going to introduce him in a little bit. Now the other one once in a while. I think she when she has time from not doing her hair. So this is the thing. Here we go. I guess that's right. I'm talking to you. As a matter of fact, let's bring in the one I'm talking about. Here we go. Hi, Shannon.
You're such an ass.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I know that you saw some movies, right? Since last time we saw. So
I was a good girl. I went and watched the two movies we discussed watching. I watched them both.
fantastic. All right.
One of them I went all by myself, and it was like the greatest day ever because I had nobody with me, and I just enjoyed the hell out of it.
Well, the other person. Here we go. There we go. This is the person that
She
goes to the
always sees
movies.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll go in the Walmart attire, like the onesies and the slippers. She doesn't give a shit, right? Bunch of alcoholics. Okay, then we have
This is
Cheers.
my first
uh,
drink in a minute.
then we have the man who hates everything, as he's kind of known in the Facebook industry of movies. Tom Hutchison. Hey, Tom.
Hashtag Tom hates everything. It's a real thing. I
Hey,
accept it. I embrace it. It's
You embrace it?
inaccurate, but
I love
we are.
that you embrace it.
Here
It
we are.
makes it
It's so
even that much
funny.
better. It's perfect. Fucking
I want.
perfect.
Hey, Tom. Do people ever always want to add an N to your last name?
Oh yeah,
Hutchinson.
all the time, all the time. Yeah,
I say that because I was going to say it until I looked at your name
get
again.
that out. Get that out. We don't need that.
All right. So we're going to talk about some stuff that I'm going to say. We're going to talk about some stuff that Tom and Mandy has seen because they've always. Well, let's be honest, Shannon. I think that you and I saw the same two movies. Okay, so we've seen the only thing I've seen other than that, and we can probably start kicking it off. The one movie we're talking about that everyone has seen is Superman,
But-
right? And
Yep.
we haven't really talked about Superman with this group with the ladies and now Tom.
No.
So before we dive into it, I'm gonna just go around the horn and I'm gonna ask you guys your 1 through 10 scale. Okay,
Okay.
10 being a cat woman bad, and 10 being the 10 commandments. I don't know whatever your 10 is.
1 being bad and 10 being good. Like, can we just put it that way and make it easier?
No. I got to add some stuff. I mean, what's boring? That's boring. One being bad, 10 being
So
good.
it's backwards.
All right. So Shannon, what do you give Superman 1 through 10?
5.
Okay. Mandy.
I have my reasons, but 5.
I have my
Mandy?
reasons. I gave it a 6 only because I laughed at certain parts that I didn't expect to.
I fucking
All
love
right.
the end.
Hashtag Tom hates everything. You tell
Yeah.
me.
Is there anything below a 1?
Oh, well,
No.
Wow.
you
I'm
can't.
kidding.
I was gonna say you can't go negative.
It's
I'm
like,
kidding.
it
I'm kidding.
wasn't great,
No,
but damn.
I'm actually surprised that we have 5s and 6s because that's exactly where I'm at too. I thought it was
Yeah.
fine, but of no great import. So I'd probably give it like a 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Caesar?
Well, that's good.
Caesar,
I gave it.
what did
I
you
think I
give
gave.
it?
I think I gave it a strong 7
Yeah.
and a half.
Nice.
Maybe because I don't know. Maybe because I was excited to see what Superman does. Now, for me, and I will watch Man of Steel 10 times over this movie.
Mhm.
Man of Steel for me is a better Superman, but that's just me.
Oh, but Man of Steel
I
isn't
agree.
Superman. Oh, we're going to
I
argue
agree
right
with
now.
that.
We're going to argue right now. Man of Steel isn't Superman. At any point is he Superman. They don't even call him Superman. It's not a Superman movie. It wasn't made to be a Superman movie, which is why it's not called Superman.
What was it
Man
made to
of
be?
Steel.
So if you think back, Man of Steel came out at a time when DC had a very semi-real chance they would start losing copyright and trademark elements
Oh, okay.
to public domain. The Schusters were after them, all that kind of stuff. And so that's right when the Man of Steel came out, the whole New 52 thing happened where they rebooted the universe, right?
The whole universe. Yeah.
They were in the process of being like, look, we might lose some stuff, so let's just reset what we have so that if we do lose some things, we have a new sort of platform to jump off,
Mhm.
right? And so that kind of was all happening at the same time. And so Zack Snyder, while I don't like the movie, it's not really his fault because he kind of had to do what he did. That was his talking point. It was like, hey, Zach, we need you to do it sort of this way from a storytelling standpoint, and then obviously do it the Zack Snyder way, Zack Snyder way. But from a storytelling standpoint, this is what we need to be happening, and he had to kind of do that. So he didn't really make a Superman movie, and I think that's why, even though this Superman movie is making far less money, I think it's resonating more simply because it's not that Snyder dark stuff.
Mm.
Every review that I read about the new Superman is, oh my God, hope, oh my God, hope, oh my God, hope. It's colorful. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You can't get away from that. And that's 100% the right direction that Superman should be going. I completely agree with it. But it's usually, that's the end of the review, is like, oh, so much hope. And then there's a dog. Like, that's the review. I'm like, you're not reviewing anything, guys. So, it kind of ticks me off that they don't go a little bit deeper into why I don't really think it's that great.
I still like it better.
That's fine. You're allowed to like it better,
mean,
100%.
yeah.
But it's like when people compare, I'm like, just realize Man of Steel isn't a Superman movie. And that's what kind of turned a lot of people off to it. They were like, well, this isn't Superman.
Interesting.
Why is he dark? Why is all
I
of this?
loved
Why is
it.
all, you know what I mean?
Because
So-
there
I like
was a
the
dark
dark.
side to every single person that they did. Like that doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
the Snyderverse was a darker verse of all these characters, and some worked and some didn't, and some people responded to some. I mean, Aquaman made $1 billion, for God's sakes, but that
Right.
wasn't because it was a great movie. It was because the dude took his shirt off and the women went and saw the movie. Like, this is not brain surgery.
and some men. It's not too,
And
not that
some
there's anything
men.
wrong.
Yeah, good
Yes,
point.
I mean,
yes,
to
yes.
be fair,
Not-
to be
not that
fair,
there's anything
Jason
wrong with it.
Momoa looked damn good.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Listen, when I got turned down for the role, I said, you know what? I curse you guys. It would not make any money. And boy, did they prove me wrong. All right, so here we go. So before we get into it, before we get into the nitty gritty with Superman, let's go with Fantastic Four. So that's the other second movie we're talking about. So we're gonna go reverse. So Tom, 1 through 10.
I give it an 8.
Okay, Mandy.
I gave it a 9. I loved it. I didn't expect to. I didn't even want to go see it.
And Shannon.
I'm the same with Mandy. I gave it like a 9 because I was like not worried, and I was like, it's not going to be that great. And then I was like, oh my God, it shocked
It
the shit out of me. And I'm
surprised
like,
me.
I-
I loved it.
I gave it a very strong 8.
Ooh.
And the funny thing is that my wife, who I always say gives 2 shits about these movies, and she only goes
Yeah.
because I hit over the head with the club and I drag her by the hair
Yep.
to these places. That's the only reason why she watches these things, right?
Yeah.
And she saw Superman with me, and I looked at her. I go 1 through 10, 1 through 10. She's like 6. It sucked, whatever. And this one,
Yep.
I said, I looked over to her. I go, so what do you think? She goes, I give this a 10. I'm like,
Yeah. I
now
love
the funny
that.
thing is, this is coming from. Now this is the thing. This is coming from someone who I think they're kind of marketing to, right? Those people who are just. They're not the geeky. Hi, the color's wrong on the uniform. That kind of thing. It's hers. It's the. I was sitting down and I was entertained.
Yep.
I know the Fantastic Four, but they don't know the lore that all the fucking geeks know about it, right?
Yeah.
Get me started on the lore because everybody who's been commenting on Fantastic Four has got it wrong anyway.
They're bitching about this movie. The sad part is that they have legit they followed the story. Like everybody was basing it off the other ones, and I'm like, okay, but why? I'm all this. That's why it sounds funny. My side.
You have what? You have a cat in your tongue? What's going on there?
I don't know if you guys can hear me. My shit's being weird.
Well, that's the funny thing. We could hear you. You just can't hear us. I don't know about that, Shannon. I think,
now it's
yeah, I don't know.
okay. Sorry. Is that
All
better?
right. Now it's a good time to talk as much shit as possible.
All
about
right.
I can
Shannon,
hear
'cause she can't
you.
hear us.
Sure. Yeah.
I can hear you.
We start talking shit in sign language.
Um,
Like she can
Can you
understand
hear
that too.
me?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
can-
you're on like a weird delay though.
You have
You're
a
not, now
delay.
you're on a delay.
Oh, son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, that's
My
that's about
AirPods
right.
died. So
Oh no.
So
it cracks me up when people were talking about Fantastic Four because they're like, it's not based on this one, and why is there a female surfer, and why is there this? And I'm like, it's not our Earth.
No,
the
it's-
very beginning says Earth 838.
It's because those people can't read.
No, it's because they don't know the fucking backstory.
well, I'm kind
Like,
of
read a
curious
book.
because I'm curious because Tom gave it a strong 8. Now, what did you actually like about it?
Oh, I thought all of it was good, really. I mean, even the stuff that I didn't, even the stuff that made it an 8 instead of a 10, I can still tolerate. But I thought it was fantastic. I came into it like I was really unsure about the cast because I really didn't know any of them. I know who Pedro Pascal is. That was not
Oh,
a
yeah.
selling point for me, right? But
Right,
I wasn't anti him. I was just like, I don't know if that's going to work.
It's gonna
guys.
work. Right.
I had no idea who Vanessa Kirby was. To me, she was the movie. She
Oh,
was
she
the
was
entire
amazing.
movie.
She was amazing.
The guy who played Human Torch,
Strange.
I only know him from Stranger Things.
Stranger
Yeah,
Things,
same.
right?
See,
That's
and
my
I've never
only.
seen
So I was
Stranger
like,
Things, so
whatever.
I don't know him.
I
And
love
then the
him.
other, yeah, and then the other guy didn't really matter because he was the thing, and he was just the rock guy, so it didn't matter. You know,
I love that actor. I know he
I love his
wasn't.
beard.
It was
The beard
so
is fun.
good. I
Yeah,
love
the
that
rock,
actor
the
so
rock
much.
beard, the rock
Oh.
beard. That's
yeah.
So Ryan still hasn't seen it yet, and I'm like,
Oh,
babe, you need
no.
to hurry up and go. Well, every time he's tried to, he's had to leave. Something's come up. Like,
Right.
it's just been a shit show,
We-
and I'm like,
I
okay,
hope he
I'm
gets
there's
to
telling
not-
watch it.
There's
Go
not
to the
really,
movie.
yeah, there's not really much to spoil.
Of
In
a
this. I mean,
spoil.
you really kind of can look at this and go, I get it. You kind of are
can,
going to know
but-
how it all lands.
But the way that I like the way that they wrote it, and they kept you captivated the entire time. It wasn't like a sitting movie telling a story of the same shit.
Right.
Like, it was enticing. You were curious of what was coming up. You were in, like, you were engaged in it, and you were like, okay, this is actually written well. This is done
Yeah.
well. This was engaging, and it was never where you were sitting for like 20 minutes, like, okay, what's gonna happen now? This is
Right.
boring.
the,
Like, there was
I-
always something that kept you going with it, which is why I
Yep.
liked it so much.
I did too.
And
The-
why I
the-
did not like Superman, because that shit was fucking boring as shit. They overplayed Lex Luthor. They underplayed, and I get the fact that they never made him 100% strong because he can't ever be. They were actually following the book on that one. I get where James Gunn was going. Like, he was pulling the story to make the movie instead of making the movie around the story. Like, I get how he was going with it. I understand why people like it. I just thought it was boring. The dog made the fucking movie. Like, he was the shit.
And that
I
one
was
guy
bored.
who goes, "Ew, why are you still gross?"
you know,
I
you
still
know,
love the end when Supergirl shows up.
I think Lois Lane actually kind of did it for me. I think she was a strong, you know, her
She-
Lois Lane reminded me of the 1977 Lois Lane.
Yeah. I agree with that.
She was
Of-
very
of-
headstrong and very like, I'm doing my job, but she was getting in her own way. per
Yeah.
Usual with feelings and everything, which is
I
don't
didn't
know, it's
like
just-
that actress at first, and by the end of the movie, I loved her as that role. So that movie, like, as far as she goes, she won me over. I didn't expect it.
There's certain things, right? That was that like they made Jimmy Olsen this like sex object for the girls. And I was like, that's kind of funny. Is that supposed to be like a joke because he's average and all the girls are fawning over him, including Lex's girl? You know,
So
listen.
funny.
I thought it was
There's a
just
couple
one
parts. No, because there's other girls in the office. I don't know if you remember that clip where they're
Yeah,
like,
the girls were all after
they're all
him.
over him.
Jimmy
Over him.
Olsen was one of the few things that I actually thought he was a great cast. I thought he was perfect for his role.
I did too.
What
did
you're
too.
talking about though with the you know, the machismo out of him or whatever,
Yeah,
like, that was a little
it's like-
strange. It felt a little forced. Like, hey, how do we tie all this? You know, at the end, I was like, that's a little weird. But for me, it was like Superman 2025. Um, it all it was for me is all I kept seeing was everything I have already seen from Superman. So when I did my review, it was like, okay, let me tell you why this isn't an original movie, right? I was like, okay, you want to see Lex Luthor break into the Fortress of Solitude? We've already done that in 2 other movies. You want to see Tessmacher save the day? We did that in Superman 1. You want to see Lex Luthor find a hair and clone Superman? We did that in Superman 4. Like, it was, I just had this list of like, we've done all of this already.
Yeah.
You want Otis? Otis was done way better in the first movie than the random stand-in guy that they had in Lex Luthor's office. You know, it just was like, oh my God, this is this, you know, amalgam of all these things we've already seen. And then there is new stuff, certainly. And there was things that I did like. I thought, and the primary piece that I think James might be sort of showing us like he's deep in it and maybe we can grow out of this was the use of Metamorpho. I thought that was great. That was super cool. I loved how he was like, oh, this is how we can create kryptonite. I was like, Jesus, I never would have come up with that idea. If you're going to have a world with no kryptonite, spoiler alert, how do you get kryptonite into the story? I was like, that's really smart. That was really good. I loved the Superman robots. I thought those guys were cool.
Yeah, but those are in the animation. That's not old.
That's from the comics. Yeah, he's had Superman robots. Yeah.
I don't understand. There's a couple of things that were useless. We didn't need the Metamorpho baby, even though they needed a reason for him to, you know,
you could have done something else. Yeah.
I would even be okay with holding my wife hostage, but the fact they put the CGI little baby in there,
it was bad,
and they're holding it up, and I was like,
so bad.
That was I didn't like that. Mr. Terrific was good. Now I'm nitpicking. I'm not a big fan of Hawkgirl being 5'4".
I'm not a fan of her flying around screaming. Like I was like, what are we doing?
That part I did not understand.
What are we doing? And then
she doesn't I know she does that sometimes for forceful points, but it's not a consistent. She just flies around and screams.
Yeah, and I didn't like their uniforms. I know they're supposed to be like, we're a team. Like I was like, no, just put them in their uniforms. Don't try and unify it with vests and stuff like that. That didn't vibe for me.
Yeah. So it really did have some hit and misses. Whereas if you compare it to the Fantastic Four, there's less things for me to critique on the Fantastic Four. Now the people have said the same shit in Fantastic Four. They didn't like the old 1950s retro style.
Okay.
That didn't
but
bother
it was all
me.
Futuristic. It was fucking great.
That didn't bother me at all.
No, that was a selling point for me. I was like, look, we actually have design happening right now. Like this isn't just we're in the world. Yeah, no, I was like, we're not just.
But it was futuristic from a classic point of view, which is what I loved about it.
Yeah. It was the Jetsons come alive in a sense.
Yeah,
that's basically what it was.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So the other thing that other people, and I'm saying other people because mind you, I wasn't. You know how it is. You leave a movie, you're driving home, you're taking a shower, you're sleeping, you're like, God damn, that part sucked. You know, it hits you on the, or wow, that was a great part. But I guess some people didn't like the speech, the baby speech, you know, and people have a problem with that. And I'm thinking, all right, are you guys just picking a movie apart because you really did like it, but you're picking out things because just to say that you don't want to give it a high mark?
Yes.
Our world and society has trained them to do so.
They have to bitch about something.
Well, that's the whole thing. So one of the things, and I'm going back and forth, is Superman. I do like the fact that they might be introducing Bizarro down the road with Superman, the clone, going into an older universe.
It won't be a It's going to happen.
I did not. Good, because my Superboy number 68 will go up in price. So this is the thing. I did not like the video game mentality, which in a sense, you know, James Gunn did a couple jabs, right? My favorite part was the robotic monkeys.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay, that part I fucking loved. That
me too.
And I'm like,
all talking shit.
And it's like, nice little dig to all those fucking trolls and everybody else's. They're just a bunch of monkeys behind a screen, right?
Yep.
And
that shit was great. That part I thought was hilarious. Not
and
needed, but totally worth it for me.
and I lost my train of thought with the other one. But there was
Sorry.
another one. No, it's all right. There was another one. I'm like, I see where he's saying, right.
Yeah.
He threw a few undertones in there of our society and what he thinks of it, right.
Well, because our
Um,
society
Yeah, but
is such
he's
an
always
entitled
done that.
He's always been doing that.
He's always done
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
because our
So
society is fucking childishly immature and entitled little
Too
fucking
protected.
wannabes. They can't
Yeah.
handle anything.
Nope.
Social
By
entitlement
design.
and the social classification and racism shit that goes on is
Oh,
ridiculous
remember.
nowadays.
this is the media of video games, right? So the whole A1, C5,
Oh, I
4,
know. Yeah.
I was like, okay, man. That's why in comparison, because they came out a couple weeks apart from each other.
2 weeks
So
apart,
it was pretty good for people to compare it superhero movies. I mean, you can't get any closer than that.
Well, to
Well,
be
I
fair,
think
they
that-
said that's the reason they believe that Fantastic Four didn't do better in the theater was because they were so close together, which I can kind of see because everybody went and saw Superman first because it came out first, and then
If it was reversed,
If it was
and I
reversed,
mean,
it probably would.
it's
But
always been a debate.
I think there's a bigger problem though. And the bigger problem is that the Fantastic Four is not the superpower movie that
Oh, yeah.
Superman is. Superman, every scene, something was exploding and flying and shooting and whatever. It was an ADHD film, right? Whereas Fantastic Four is just a straight up, like, this is a science fiction story that has superheroes in it. And it was far more, in that context versus like we're doing superpowers all the time. So
Yeah.
I think that helped the rewatchability of Superman. Like, people were willing to go back for the big, stuff.
yeah.
And so I have a sense that Fantastic Four really has done well overall, but the rewatch part it never really kicked in.
Well,
and
and I
so
mean-
you could watch if you watch the box office of Superman, it was like, they had a really good weekend. And then every day it was like 10 million, 9 million, 8 million, 10 million, 9 million, 8 million.
Yeah.
People were going back to see it. Fantastic Four went from a good weekend to like 8 million to 6 million to 5 million to 4
Yeah, it
million.
started dropping.
It just
Yeah.
fell off too fast because people weren't going back.
Well, and I
Yeah,
think part of
so-
it is because Superman is a bigger name. Also,
Also a bigger name. Very true. Yes.
people who don't know comics know Superman. Everybody knows Superman.
the
but not
brand
everybody
has
knows the
value,
Fantastic
yes.
Four, and
Yeah.
like they don't.
So
Popularity.
that's what I said last week is the average Joe knows Superman.
Oh yeah.
The average Joe knows this much about Fantastic Four, and that's because of the movie from 2002
That's
or
right, yeah.
2001.
Yeah.
Whereas people, even as a kid, probably saw the 1977 Superman from their parents, and then their parents showed whatever it is, right? So they got it. But I will say, because of Superman, I have more trust in James Gunn is going to turn around this DC universe. I'm okay now I'm wanting to see what he's going to do with Swamp Thing. Now I want to see what he's going to do with all these other stuff that's coming down the pike, and I'm
Ryan's very
about it.
excited about Swamp Thing. Very
Me
excited.
too.
I mean,
I'm so
listen,
excited.
I the closest I got to Swamp Thing was Bourbeau's boobs in 1970, whatever it
I
was.
don't understand the Swamp Thing. It
Aw.
has never worked. Never in the history of
It's
it has
tough.
never worked.
It's
And
tough.
and yet somehow there's still people that are like, Swamp Thing, yes. I'm like, no, this
I
never
know.
worked.
I know.
What
You
are
know
we
what it is,
talking
Tom? I think what it is. I think it's the hopeful.
Hopeful. I understand hopeful.
I think
hopeful,
it's
yeah.
it's the I wanted to hit like like I said, I saw as a kid, I saw the 1970s one or early 80s, 81,
Yeah, the
I
80s.
forget.
Yeah, sure.
And as a kid running with hormones, and I saw who, and I was like, that's it. This is my favorite movie. This is my favorite movie of all time, right? And
Yeah.
and the whole thing was like, I like Swamp Boobs. I mean, I like Swamp Thing, right? So
Swamp boobs.
and then they came out with number 2, and I don't think I ever saw 2 and the 3, whatever it is. But I went back to to be one of those, and I saw the Swamp Thing TV show that they did before they went off the air, and I watched the whole season, and I was like, okay, there's some potential here. It could have been better, but they were going somewhere and they got canceled because it was too expensive. Okay, got it. But now with the big silver production and James Gunn behind the helm, maybe, just maybe, Swamp Thing might have a hit. Now I'm looking more forward to Constantine, the second one, because Constantine is
Two.
Constantine is
very
one of my
curious.
the first Constantine is one of my favorite
It's
top
so
5.
rewatchable. Like
It is extremely
stands.
watchable. Even
watched
though
it a couple
Keanu
weeks ago.
Reeves is totally not Constantine. at
I
all,
wish they
right?
wouldn't have
He's
waited
not
so
blonde and
many
he's not
decades to do it, but
British, you know. Listen, you don't want to hear Keanu Reeves do a British. If you ever watched,
Oh, that would be
Bram,
terrible.
if you ever watch Bram Stoker's Dracula,
It's bad.
Keanu
It
Reeves, going, was her head cut off, sir?
Once,
You know, it's
once
like-
you understand that Bram Stoker's Dracula is a comedy, it changes everything.
Yeah, I love Bram Stoker.
That
And
movie's a
reason-
comedy.
The only reason why
Caesar
I love
loves that movie.
the reason why I love that movie is because of what's his face of Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's, I mean, he
He's the
made that
best.
role. Keanu Reeves, they picked him because he was a hot boy on the market during that time. He was in everything, right? You know, he's in Reach Up and Grab My Hand. You know, he was in Speed and everything else. You know, I'm an FBI agent. That fool was everywhere. But not as a, you know,
You
not
should
as
go
Man,
do
he's
like
gonna just
Keanu
giggle.
impressions, like for real, man. Like that's
Oh,
No.
he does them. A lot.
No,
Of them.
and Shannon's like, oh,
Mandy
he does
fucking
them.
loves them.
Yeah, it's eventually like
Okay,
my precious.
I'm gonna confess I took half an edible, so like any
Oh,
impressions you want to keep
great.
doing, like it's perfect.
Basically, she's saying
that
she's
explains so much right now.
saying Caesar's funny, but he's not usually this funny. That's what it is.
No,
Oh,
Okay.
I text her
I love
something
it.
and it explains it.
So this is what I want to hear from Mandy and Tom, and I want you guys to explain to me and Shannon, because I don't think Shannon see this either. I know both of you guys saw Weapons.
oh god, I
Yes.
knew this was gonna come.
I
knew
know, I
it.
know. Tom and
Okay.
I might actually agree.
Now, okay.
I'm on this.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it. What do you want? Sorry, it's my child.
Stay on the Ryan.
This is you want me to mute you, Shannon? I can mute you if you want.
What?
You wanna mute you?
Caesar and Tom and Mandy. Yes.
That's what I wasn't asking about the other two. I was asking about me.
Yes, that's Mandy.
Hi.
So
I want to
Said
know,
hi.
first of all,
No.
what
I
is
just
this?
got into a car crash.
I don't care.
I just got
Okay.
brake checks on a red light, and my phone fell
Hold
into
on,
a
guys.
tiny crack of the crevice. So it's scared.
All right. I just had to mute them. I just muted you, Shannon, just in case. So I want to know what this movie's about. Because I remember seeing the trailer for it and it intrigued me. Probably the same way it intrigued, just the same way you guys were like, what's going on? I gotta pay my $5 to go watch.
Are
it.
No,
we
you
trying
don't.
not to do
Don't-
spoilers?
Don't.
Or-
don't
No,
pay
I'm
yourself.
talking about you guys. Go
Oh.
pay. No, you guys took the bullet for all of us. For
Yeah,
All
somebody when I told them I was going to go see this movie, they were like, "Thank you for taking that grenade," and I was like, "Yeah, I'll let you know when we're done."
okay.
We were excited because we love
So-
twisted like shit like that. But
So tell me, at this point, I don't think no one's gonna go watch it at this point. What's it about? What's it about?
Tom, do you want to answer? I think you'll have a better description than me.
It's about a witch. That's
Oh,
it.
that's what it is. So this whole thing's
Sorry.
a witch.
That's it. It's a witch. Sorry, that's about as
Muted.
good as it gets right there. I mean, obviously, there's a story that goes around this story.
It is
goes around
creepy though. Like
well-
at the very least, I can say it has creepy moments where you're like, "What the fuck?" But I think "What the
Yes.
fuck" is the best way to sum up that movie.
Wait a minute. So is it the whole story of the witch taking the children in a
Yes.
sense?
Yes.
Think Hansel and Gretel, but like on steroids.
Oh my god, but I love Hansel and Gretel.
It's so
On
I
bad.
know.
steroids?
So bad. Here's
No,
the
the
thing.
movie.
Here's the thing, though. The problem with the movie is not the underlying concept. The witch the voodoo, the children.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the problem. The problem with this movie is, again, it's an ADHD movie because it just keeps reverting back to where we've already been, right? So there's like multiple characters, and it sort of tells you the story through their viewpoints to a degree. And when it does that, it adds a little more story, right? But then once you get that little more story, then it's like, rewind. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to tell you the same fucking thing again. And we're going to give you a little more at the end of that. Nope, no, stop. Now we're going to reset again. We're going to tell you the story over here. Going to give you a little
That's
nugget
accurate.
at the end.
That's
It's like,
completely accurate.
and so that's what really bothered me, right? And,
Yeah.
and I found myself bored because of the reset. All of the time it was resetting. So it wasn't the information that was bothering me. It was the execution of the movie that just kept moving me out of where I thought I was supposed to be. It's like, I've already been here. Why am I here
You
again?
probably thought they were being like fancy and artsy fartsy with
Yes.
it.
Yes.
But as a viewer, there's a difference between how hard a movie is to make from their end, but as a viewer, which is ultimately what matters, like you want to make sure that it's enjoyable or has some sort of flow to it.
Yeah, and now
So-
here's the other thing before we keep going, because I ran into this not long after I saw this movie. I was on TikTok or something, and somebody was talking about movies and how they're being made now, and how that it's not about the story anymore.
Yeah.
It's about the vibe, right? So just like Mandy said,
That's
like there was
dumb.
a vibe to this. There was like it was creepy and strange and stuff, right? Like, yes, I agree. But it was horrible storytelling, right? But in the vibe context of let's go sit in a dark theater, let's have things kind of scare us from time to time, like it had that vibe. And then there was like really weird stuff. Like if you like Long Legs, you probably
That's what
will
it
like this
reminded
movie.
me of.
Yeah, which is also a
Totally.
shitty movie. Sorry,
Yeah,
it's a
no,
bad
that's
movie.
so funny though.
But if you like Long Legs, you will probably like Weapons. If you
Yeah.
didn't like Long Legs, you probably won't like Weapons.
Agreed.
Yeah, but if you're just there for the vibe,
Yeah.
like Mandy right now with her edibles,
Just-
if you're just there for the vibe,
Just enjoy
Yeah.
the journey.
then you get the weird, creepy. Oh no, like
So,
you get
are you guys telling me that it had a potential to be a pretty good movie?
I think it had the potential to be a moderate horror voodoo witch movie
Yes,
thing.
yeah, that's a
had
good-
but I mean, I still don't think it would have been like some monumental thing for me. It did really well. I mean, we can't take away the fact that it's done $150 million. So,
Yeah.
what, for whatever reason, it's done well.
You know what? You know what it is, right? You know, it's those people who are clamming for a good, scary movie.
Yeah, but this isn't
And
it. There's really nothing scary about this movie.
There was
It's
more
just-
hype around it than
Yeah.
what the actual result was.
so
Yeah.
why?
Now,
So
what
why
about
is
upcoming
it?
horror movies?
Hold on, Shannon. But what is it? Why is it called Weapons?
Because there's a scene towards the end where
Yep.
Josh is it Josh Brolin? Whoever the Brolin is.
Yeah, Josh
He
Brolin.
basically describes the running part.
Yeah.
Because when they're running, they're like hyper focused. They're like, we have to go, we have to do a thing because they're under the voodoo, right? So he basically says he
They're
describes
like
it as
weapons.
being weaponized because they're just like, let's go.
right,
So
They're
that's
like
well,
little
I-
robots.
That makes sense.
well, I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen the whole movie. Thank you so much.
that's
You
it.
did. I mean,
Yeah.
But so let's talk in Manny and Shannon's point. There's some, we're getting into that. We're getting to the good meat and potatoes of the year. As we
yeah,
like to
my
call it.
favorite time for movies.
Right,
I love
We're
it.
getting.
I'm so
we're
ready to
getting that-
decorate now.
I know.
We're getting to September, and then we're getting to the October movies. We're getting
The
to
Burr months.
We're so excited.
It's changing over here. Actually, it's starting to get massive thunder and all that stuff. So it's starting
wow.
to change over here. So, what have we seen that's coming down the pike that we are looking forward to when it comes to horror?
Can I mention a movie I just watched? I know it's
Oh,
not coming
of
down the
course.
pipe,
No,
but
what?
it's a horror movie. Murat and I were really surprised for being a Final Destination movie. The Final Destination Bloodline, we actually enjoyed it because it had some
Really?
story to it. For us, we did. I
And
like that.
again,
I
it's
can't
another
bring
movie that
myself
did
to
well.
Watch it right now because I'm just like, they've all been like Like, the first one was good.
gratuitous and just the gorier the better. This actually has like a storyline and it goes back in time and it's not about a friend group, it's about a family. And
Okay.
kind of like a generational curse. So the way that they did it, we enjoyed it. We thought it was going to be crap, but like we were
I-
going to watch it anyways.
I haven't seen. I think maybe I saw this. How many of them are there?
Seven now, I think.
Seven.
Holy
six,
shit.
7.
The first one was my favorite because it was more psychological horror
Yeah, 100%.
versus all the ones following was like, how can we get as gross and nasty as possible with the gore?
Although
Seven
I
of them.
still do, living in the Midwest, I still do hate driving behind semis with tree trunks
Oh.
on them.
Wow.
freaks me the
Washington
fuck
is a
out.
logging town where my parents live, and I go, Mom. She goes, I get it.
Like,
Well,
nope.
they might as well at this point call it the Fast and the Furious Final Destination because there's 7
Yeah.
of them. That's fucking ridiculous.
I thought it was going to be super hokey, and I actually really did enjoy it. I liked
So-
What about-
how they went.
Has anybody
back
seen the new I Know What You Did Last Summer, the new one? I'm
There's a
curious about
new.
that.
I
haven't
know what
watched
you
it.
did last summer.
the series?
Well, it's not. I mean, it is new, but it's all the
It's-
old characters. It's not like
Yeah.
a reboot. It's an
No,
actual.
no, no. I
Oh,
know. I
Yeah.
know. I'm saying, has anybody seen it?
Nope. I won't go near it.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Is it a movie or is it the series from a couple years
It's a
ago?
movie.
No, it's a movie that
It's
came
the
out this year.
second.
Okay, no.
It's like 2. Like, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I
Still,
didn't
no,
even
whatever.
know that
2.
was no.
So you're trying to
Same
tell me.
characters are in it.
So you're
Wow.
trying to tell me that out of all these years, they still don't know what they're still trying to figure out the fuck they did that summer. Is that what the whole thing
Oh,
is?
no, they
Basically,
know.
yeah. Nobody knows.
It's so funny. I didn't even know this was a thing. I'm like so new
Yeah.
to the party. What?
That came out a
So-
couple weeks ago.
I know.
So,
I
Ma-
initially knew. Oh, go ahead.
So Mandy, you're saying basically that I'm assuming, Tom. I'm assuming you saw the Final Destination as well,
No.
or oh, good for
No.
you.
No.
So
For me.
Good for you.
Dodge the
Man-
bullet.
Mandy-
No, it is one that I will end up seeing at some point, but I just
It's on HBO for free, so
Yeah,
it was,
I haven't
like
I
not
haven't
a.
gotten into it yet. I'm
Yeah.
curious about it. I'm curious. I haven't seen a Final Destination since the second one.
I
So-
went in with the lowest of expectations, and
Right.
afterwards, Murat and I looked at each other. But we like the same movies, so we looked at each other like very surprised. That was actually really fun and entertaining. It had some story to
So
it.
I'm assuming you could just watch it without watching the other 25.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, you don't need. It kind of stands on its own, which I thought was cool.
Ooh.
Okay, all right.
I know
I'll
what
make
movie I
sure.
want to see when it comes out.
What?
Him.
Yeah, you know what? I saw the
The
trailer for
football
him.
horror one.
I gotta tell
Oh,
you, I
It's
saw
like a psychological base.
the trailer for him, and after the trailer, I looked at my imaginary camera on my right, and I went, I totally did not. I cared. It didn't make me want to go watch it, and nor would I go in the theaters anyways because I don't go to the theaters for that kind of stuff. But I'm not even gonna watch it when I'm at home. It did nothing for me. I don't know
But
what
it's
it
a
is.
different take on it. Like, that's what I liked about it. It's different.
May-
It's not the
maybe.
same. It's not the same shit.
I mean, I'm from here on out. I'm going to refer to my good friend Tom, who hates everything. Are you going to go watch him?
I've never even heard of it.
Wow.
It's like, okay, so
No, how is this
actually
happening
it
right
was
now?
showing in previews. Like, if you saw Fantastic Four or Superman, it showed in the previews for him, and it's a football-based horror movie, all
Yeah.
psychological based, fucking crazy.
No,
It looks like it
I
was
didn't get those
filmed well,
trailers,
too.
so I don't know.
But is it a Monkey Paw Productions? Is it a Peel? Is it a Peel? I think it's a Jordan Peele.
I think
What's-
so.
It's a Jordan Peele movie. I'm out.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm out.
okay.
It is a
All
Jordan
right.
Peele movie.
Yeah, no.
so
I'm
let,
out.
let me ask you, Tom. Were you out? Were you out ever since the beginning with Get Out?
No, he got 3
Or
out of me.
Us?
He got 3 out of me. He got Us. He got Get
I
Out.
like
He got Us, and he got Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
Same.
And I thought Get Out was okay, but I figured it out like way too fast. And
Right,
I was like,
yeah.
this is dumb now. Us made 0 sense. So I was like, this doesn't make any sense. It's
love
thriller,
that,
it's
but it's
chases, it's whatever.
entertaining.
I was like, I don't care about these characters, so I don't care.
Oh.
And then Nope was shit. So I was like, no, we're done. This is the
Nope.
end of you.
Nope. Really
I enjoyed it.
disappointed me. Nope. Actually, I was. You know what? that was actually titled correctly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's correct. Yeah.
Because after the movie, you're like, nope.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not gonna-
and then
I'm
that
not-
was it for
nope.
me for him, which is
You're
a
like,
shame
nope,
because
that's it.
yeah, it's a shame because I love what they do with Key and Peele, and I did like Get Out enough that I was like, okay, give me another one.
I
like
loved
Get Out.
Us.
I
It
like.
was a
I never.
fun
I
one.
I never saw Us. To be honest with you.
I
never
watched it
got-
a few times because even though it's crazy and like Tom said, it doesn't really make sense. It has enough of the vibe. Like
Yeah,
just
the vibe.
The
Oh, yeah.
theme song was great. I was like sold.
The vibe, yeah.
So
See,
are-
just for me, I'm past the vibe. Like I've
Yeah.
seen so much. I'm 54 years old. I'm past the
Uh-huh.
vibe.
That makes sense.
I
though.
need some meat now because if I want
He's
vibe,
jaded.
yeah, if I want vibe, I just go back to what I already know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tom,
I
I'm with
get it.
you. I'm not up there yet. I'm just mid 40s, but like I am past the vibe thing. Like give me something that's interesting. I don't want to just
yeah.
sit there and be like, this is like everybody and their mother loves Superman, and I'm like, really? Why? Like
Yeah.
I
Mine
was just
is-
like, I was bored. Like
I come in with
the vibe
zero
wasn't
bias.
there for me.
I come in with zero bias. If it's a comic book movie, I don't read comics. So if I'm entertained for an hour and a half, I'm a happy girl. Worth
Well,
the money.
you know what? Well, the funny thing is, man, and neither do I.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Well, we know
You
you
don't
don't read. We get it. We know.
Yes, you
But-
sons of bitches. You all know, and
Sons
I'm
of
telling you right now,
bitches.
and I'm going to keep telling all you sons of bitches that I don't read, and yet I still enjoy these. Listen, I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Whether you hate these comic book movies or you love them, we're so fortunate to able to talk shit about them in the year of 2025 because
Some
I was
countries don't even have movies.
I was happy to see Timu fucking Thor when he fought the Hulk in 1982
Yeah.
in the TV show. I was excited. I was excited to see a janky ass Daredevil on that Hulk show. I was happy to see a funky Spider-Man crawling up a wall in 1970, whatever that year was. I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic to see Lou Ferrigno as a Hulk. I really thought
Lou
that was the
Ferrigno's
Hulk.
a douche.
You know,
Sorry.
I thought he was the real Hulk. And now we get to a certain age when we are in our 50s and some mid 40s that we're like, oh, you know what sucks about that movie? I'm like, listen, man, there's
The
very
fact
few
we
comic.
can even complain about it.
The
is
fact that I can't
wild.
complain about it. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been some comic book movies out there. You guys know how I feel about certain ones that just make me want to just have some kind of enema, you know, because
Jump out the
I,
window.
It's not just it's not just the movies though. I mean, there's bad comic books,
That's
right? It's
true.
not like
And that's
it's not
true.
like every comic book is great, right? So
no, of course not.
You know, we can all complain about all kinds of crap, but you're right. The fact that we got out of the 70s and 80s movies that we got, and we still ended up with the stuff where we are now is
Excuse me.
I mean,
really-
listen,
and the fact that Marvel, think about this. Here's the crazy part, right? Sony had the opportunity to license the entire Marvel universe at one point, and they said, "Nah, all we want is Spider-Man. Take the rest of that crap home." Right? Marvel was having a hard time licensing their stuff out, which is one of the reasons why they were like, "Well, let's just do it ourselves." And that's why Iron Man got the green light, and they took their big risk and put some money behind it and made
That
a
shit
movie,
paid off.
and the rest paid off. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they took what were considered at the time the B and C list characters, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, etc., and no one wanted them. But here we are now, which
The-
is
the rest
just
is- the rest is
insane.
history.
Yeah, it's just insane.
Now, 'cause
and
they tried it.
Disney now bought everything back. Now they have the X-Men back, and they have Daredevil back, and all that. So everything that did go out is now back in.
You're talking to a generation that went to the theaters and go watch Howard the Duck for fuck's sake. Okay.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
my god, I
so-
love that fucking movie. As dumb as
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
And I got to be honest. I don't even think I finished it. Even as I just that I was more of the Last Starfighter. I was more of Tron. I was more of that.
Makes
Even
sense.
though
Not
Tron
a
sucks
perverted
love
ass.
Zapka.
Tron sucks ass.
Oh
as
my
an
god,
adult.
have you guys seen the whole new thing with Tron?
new
That
one.
preview? Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
You know what?
I've been
You know what?
decided.
I tell
I
you
like-
what though, it intrigued me.
Yeah.
Now, would I go to the theaters and watch it? Probably
No,
not.
no,
Am I
you
gonna
probably
wait for? Am I gonna wait for it to come on Tubi? Probably, right? You know, it's one of those. It's one of those things. But I am intrigued. Most likely, I'll probably watch it when it comes out on Max or whatever it is. But I'm
Yeah.
interested. I kind of like this concept of that red beam, what it does in the
Well,
real world.
I
you know?
already
Yeah.
knew they were going to come. I knew they were already going to come up from Earth because he came in through the Tron Legacy movie. Like, I already knew that was going to happen. I didn't think they were going to take it where like he was completely invading. Like, that's the part I'm all, really? How?
I would.
It wasn't open that long. Like, I don't even understand that, but whatever.
Well, that's why you got to watch the movie. So I'm kind of in. I think
I'm
that
in.
movie's going to be weird because because there's some Tron enthusiasts out there that we know, the ones who love
I love Tron.
the one
I
from
just,
the 80s.
Oh, the
I-
80s.
I am from the 80s.
I think the thing
Oh.
that's throwing people off on Ares is it
Thank
doesn't
you.
feel
That's what
like
it is.
it doesn't feel like it's a direct sequel to the last
Of
film
Tron.
because
Oh,
we're not seeing, we're not seeing Cora, we're not seeing, Flynn. Well, we see Flynn, Big Flynn, but we don't see Little Flynn in the trailers
Right.
anyway. Doesn't mean they're not in
Yeah.
there, but in the trailers they're not there. So we're getting this sort of, like, hey, did we forget about those guys? Like, what happened to them?
Yeah.
And I think that's where there's a disconnect. I have a sense that they're going to be the ones that save the day at
Yeah.
the end of the day. Until we actually see them in a trailer, it does feel like it's almost its own, its own entity rather
Its
than
own
like
separate.
a third film. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was this close to finally sitting down and watching Sinners. I have to
Oh.
convince. I have to
Did you?
convince the. Well,
He
hold
said he
your-
was
hold-
this
hold-
close, so he hasn't watched
This
it yet.
close, this close.
Yeah, I was
It's-
this close. Those edibles have kicked
still
in all the way.
about that movie.
Sorry.
You know what, Tom? Now that I have you here, what do you think of that?
Is well shot, but I was not interested at all.
Oh my
It
God,
was-
thank you. See, I am not the only
It
person.
was like a movie that wanted to do like way too much, and this kind of like Weapons, right? It's kind of like moving from story to story to story to story to story to story, and then it had like 3 endings, and I'm like, dude, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Oh my
here.
God, thank you. We
Yeah.
agreed on a movie.
So
I
it's
said the
it's good to
same
watch.
shit.
Like the
I was
visual
like-
is good. Michael B. Jordan is
Yes.
good. Like there's
Yep.
really good parts of it, but
That's
the,
what I
the
said.
stuff that you get, like, oh, that was like really good, and then it's just kind of like, yeah, forget that. Now we're over here, and we're gonna
Yep.
tell this part of whatever this
they
story
had
is.
too
and-
much. Like,
Yeah,
it could have been a great movie if like I saw the direction they were going in, and if they would have written it just a little differently, it could have been a great movie. But they took, and I even said that before, I was like, they took it too many places. They cut off too much stuff. Like the action was lacking. Like I was just like, it just didn't hold me. I'm all this seriously. Like I got the idea. The idea of it was cool,
Mhm.
but you kept trailing off
Yeah.
to non-important things
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
staying on a main track.
Yeah.
Like I get the backstory. Backstory was cool.
Mhm.
And when it got to the peak of it, I was like pumped. And then when I was watching, I was like, really? That's it? This is all? I'm fucking bored. Like after that, I was just bored. The story up to it was great. And then when they hit the peak, I was like, and there's
What did you guys think of Son of a Bitch? I'm losing my mind. I
Haven't
did
seen
watch.
that.
I did watch Sign Man.
my son of
I
the
gotta
bitch,
tell you,
she's in the ground though.
Sandman was good. If you guys haven't watched
I
Sandman,
haven't watched it yet. Damn it.
It's the
on
last-
my
I think
list.
it's
the
great.
last- it really
I've
is.
heard
I
it's
enjoyed it.
great.
I enjoyed it. Now,
I
was it as
haven't
good as the
watched
first
it,
one?
but I heard it's awesome.
Was it good as the first one? No, it was not. As good
Oh,
as the
okay. Good to know.
It wasn't. There was a little disjointed at times, and it felt a little rushed. But I enjoy some of the writing. But am I happy they finished it? If they were to try to do a third one, it probably wouldn't fix. It probably wouldn't work. It wouldn't do it. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. So
Tom
other than
shaking his
that,
head.
well, yeah,
I couldn't get through an episode. I literally couldn't finish one episode of that show. I was done.
See, that's how
Sandman.
I felt about Stranger
first
Things.
season?
I take it back. I got through
First
2
season.
episodes of Stranger Things. Couldn't get through it, and
Stranger Things is tough. Stranger Things.
Nothing
is tough.
even happens in the first 2. No wonder.
well, that's the problem.
Yeah, you kind of want something to happen.
If you can't catch somebody's attention in like the first, maybe second episode, I'm fucking out. Like
I'm
you're not wasting
ADHD
an
and
hour
it
of my
caught me.
time.
See, Stranger Things
And
is another thing.
Blinkers.
We go back to the
Peaky-
vibe, right?
Peaky
It's
Blinders,
like
Peaky, whatever the
it-
fuck that
it-
movie's
You didn't
called.
watch
re-
Peaky
it
Blinders?
relied itself on the 80s. Like if you it was like,
Oh.
hey, we're gonna remember the 80s, everybody. Like
Well,
and
and I
so
get
if
that,
you
and
were
I'm
if you
just-
vibe on that, there you're gonna be able to kind of hang and get into
Good
it.
point.
Yeah,
I'm an
But
80s
but
baby.
if it's not enough, then you're gonna
Yeah.
you're gonna trail out.
Ryan
That makes
loves it,
sense.
seen them all. JJ loves it, and I was like, I am an '80s girl. I vibe on those movies, but
Yeah.
it could. I
It-
sat
it-
there and I was like,
It gets progressively worse too. Like each season gets progressively worse. So
I completely
no,
disagree.
Mandy, Peaky
I-
Blinders.
I enjoy it.
I watched, I think the first 2 episodes, and I was like,
And then you just couldn't do it.
I
Well,
was
listen.
like, it's okay, but
Peaky Blinders is a slow burn. I'll tell you that right now.
You
See,
guys should
but
be
I have a
watching
problem
The
with slow
Institute
burns.
right now.
I can't
based
do
off
slow
of a-
burns. If I'm not intrigued, like after the first couple of, like you have to get me in the first 2 episodes, or I am done
Oh,
with
yeah.
you.
Institute
I
will do
can't.
that.
Like
hell's-
I got intrigued with Game of Thrones because of the opening scene. It was a midget having sex in a war zone. Like that was what intrigued me. I was like, yes,
Jesus.
let's go, let's do it.
That's what. Oh wow, that's what has to get your attention. Jesus, your psychology
I'm just
scares
saying,
me.
like,
A
I'm just
midget.
saying, like,
Wow. What the fuck? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
for-
I'm
for-
just saying, like,
I have to
it
apologize for all the
it
little
didn't take
people
a
that
whole
watch the show.
episode. It
I
didn't
meant
take a
little
whole
people. My
episode.
apologies.
For all the little people
This
that watch
is not
the show,
a PC show. If anyone's
The-
tuned in, one of us does
the
something.
comic menu
Usually
does not
Del.
represent the comic menu does not represent. all
Usually
the
Dell's the
views
one,
with him.
so he's not here, so I have to do it for him.
So I'm kind of curious, Tom. What movie have you seen lately that you, other than Fantastic Four, we just talked about, did you like really enjoyed?
that I really enjoyed, none, zero. That I really enjoyed. There have been a couple of little surprises. There's another horror movie that just came out called Together with Alison Brie and
Oh yeah, I want to watch that.
her
Franco.
husband Franco. Yeah, that was a nice surprise. I
Was it?
enjoyed that. It's a really weird movie,
Okay.
but this is a great example of how you can make a small budget horror movie, or really any movie, I guess, but a horror movie.
Yeah.
Put really good actors in it, and when the actors like sell out to take you through this story, like holy crap, they sold out. So even though it was a really strange story with a really weird sort of purpose to, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it has a real weird sort of little backstory and purpose to what they're doing. Allison and Franco were like so good in their roles that you were just like, oh yeah, I'm with these two people. I mean, I feel what they're feeling because they're so good at what they do. So it's called Together. It's
Now I'm
intrigued. It's in theaters a little bit, but it might be like a Shudder thing too. But
That makes
has,
sense.
it has been in theaters for a couple of weeks. So Together was a good surprise. I did like that.
Together.
Did anyone ever watch that movie? I only saw the trailer because I always base stuff on trailers, right? Did anybody watch that movie with McAvoy and the family, and they
Yeah,
invited the
Oh yeah,
I was creepy. I thought it was interesting.
I need to know a name.
what's
Jesus.
it's called.
Is that the
Is
family
it
from the
Speak
cabin?
No Evil? Is
Speak
that
No
what
Evil.
it is?
Yeah, yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that.
Speak No Evil.
Yeah.
he has
It's
proven you know, the funny thing about,
Psychologically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the funny thing about McAvoy, he proved himself in that fucking movie where he's
Split.
a psycho. Split. He
Split.
proved himself.
Yeah.
He's
Love
proved.
Split.
Oh, he's
He
fantastic.
proved.
He's
He
so good.
proved that he could play that awkward, creepy, and I think a lot of it has to do with that stare he has. He has that specific, intense look. when
He
looks
does
in the
that in
camera
this
sometimes.
movie. Like he turns it on and off.
Where he kind of does that smile,
Yeah.
and then the serious and still kind of smiling. He's very good at that. And
He's so good at it.
So did you guys enjoy that?
No, no.
Tom's like,
So glad
no.
I do not watch movies with
No.
Tom.
Again, it was a good. The vibe was good. Like he was really
Oh.
good. Like whatever. But
Hashtag vibe.
this story's all flat. It's all flat. It doesn't go for me.
I think okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna throw another one at you, Tom. That I think the girls did watch, or at least Mandy did. The one about the talk show with the possession,
Oh
the
yeah.
devil possession.
Yeah,
Oh, I
know what
hated
that
it.
is. Yeah, I know what that is.
You hated it,
I
Mandy?
hated it.
I hated it. Marat was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, we both were like, and I watch bad movies all day.
Yeah, it was
She's
that
like,
was a
"I
weird
do."
one. It was another one of those where it's vibe, right? Because it was very 70s. You have to get into the vibe of it. But the acting was kind of weird. For me, it was okay, but then the end was just garbage. Like
That's
the
what, yeah. The end
and
was
when you
like,
have
there's,
when you have a garbage ending, that puts like a sort of a
yeah.
smear over the whole thing. So yeah.
There's maybe
And it-
like one scene that was like creepy and enjoyable for just the creepy factor,
But
and then the rest of it was just like,
but
why?
but isn't there that whole movie like saying it's based on true events, right? And that's where they
Yeah,
kind of
but
grab
lots of things say that.
Well, the
I mean,
Wizards movie
it's
said it
loosely
in the beginning, and
based.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, The
loosely based on
Exorcist is
true
loosely based on real
based on
events, you know.
Amityville
But
Horror is
sometimes they
also-
just, Amityville Horror is loosely based. I mean, really loosely based, guys.
Yeah.
But there was a movie called The Fourth Kind. You guys ever heard of this about alien
that
abduction?
creeped me out.
That movie
yeah.
flat out told you this is based on real documented blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah, and it was
And
bullshit. The whole thing is
wasn't.
bullshit. So they'll tell you whatever they need to tell you to sell you movie.
Blair Witch did that. They're the ones who kind of started
They're
it.
the ones
No,
that
That movie
started
yeah.
made me fucking
that type of
throw up
marketing.
in the
Yeah.
theater with
But
all
I
bouncing.
will say
Yeah.
about
hated
I
that
will say
shit.
about Blair Witch. I will say about Blair Witch. Those fuckers were geniuses because they made it. They built a lore
Mhm.
about something that is sort of true. I mean, the Bell Witch is a thing. It really
Yeah,
is.
it
Yeah.
is.
But the fact that they built this, they even did like a documentary of the documentary.
Right.
You know, and the way they shot it, it looks pretty authentic. The
Made me throw up.
interviews, it
Yeah,
was
same.
they were absolutely, I mean, they were pioneers. Let's be
Well, that's
honest.
marketing.
Exactly.
That's
They were.
marketing. That's the value of marketing.
100% marketing. That
Yeah.
guerrilla style of
Man.
filmmaking that they did. And once again, Blair Witch, they never showed anything.
Nope.
That's
No.
it was perfectly 100% psychological. That movie
And we
was
all
meant
fell for it.
that movie was
I
meant for
didn't. I
you
threw
to
up. That shit drove me
No,
crazy.
no, that's what I mean. But I mean, like going and watching it.
that movie was based on strictly you freaking yourself out.
Yes.
100%.
But I mean, did you freak yourself out? Did you get scared from that?
well,
movie? 'Cause
some
I
people
didn't.
did.
No.
Yeah, some people.
I gotta tell you, because what it is that it what's gonna happen next? Wait, maybe this is gonna be the scene. Is this where we're gonna finally hear something?
Yeah, because
Is
when
this
you're going
what-
in for the first time, you don't know what to
No,
expect. So
anything.
if in your brain, oh, this is a horror movie, the monster's coming,
Right.
like whatever, right? But the whole movie is essentially yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, like through the whole fucking thing until
Yeah.
the end, where you see the dude in the corner, and then the camera falls over, and then it's over,
He's sitting in the
and then
corner,
you're
right.
like, what the fuck? So
It's
it
like
keeps you on the tightrope the entire time.
No,
Yeah.
that part was creepy. I'm not gonna lie. When
Yeah.
I saw the little
Yeah.
It's
kid
the
in the
vibe
corner,
again. It's the vibe, right? Yeah.
now
It
this
was
is a
like
good
our
segue.
generation's Wizard of Oz when it goes from black and white to color. Like for us, we didn't have anything to compare it to.
Well, I'll tell you what, because I stand in the corner all the time, and my wife walks in, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
We know. So
Because
stop getting in trouble.
I know. With my pants down. Okay, so this is a funny thing. I was going to bring this up, and Billy did it for me, Billy, because I was going to bring up the Last Rites, the Conjuring, the Last Rites, and Billy writes here.
Yep.
He says the new Conjuring movie is based off the Smurls haunting in West Piston, as he says it. I grew up
Right
directly
behind that house.
behind that house.
That's a real like based off of like no, they probably exaggerated because why wouldn't they? That's how you make a movie.
So I'm assuming.
Well, yeah, they're all
again,
based on small,
But
some
they
large,
take
some small
facts
things.
and
Yeah.
then they just run.
Correct.
Now I will say so. Billy. Now I'm intrigued, but I'm thinking of holding you for our Halloween show, Billy. So You know
Billy's
what,
got
Billy? As a
good
matter,
The
stories.
final
Bill,
Conjuring.
Billy
Billy's
has
got great stories.
Billy has shit that made my balls and my hair stand up.
Right? I'm like, I want to hear more
You
Billy
still
stories.
have some?
You son of a bitch.
Balls or hair?
Hair.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I lost my balls a long time ago. I lost my balls 15 years ago.
Carry
So this is the thing.
curse.
So this is the thing. So Billy,
What's the
we're
thing?
probably we'll bring you in October, Billy, so we can talk about your stuff. But
Listen.
are we gonna go watch it?
Oh, I'm going to see
Are
it.
you- are-
I like the Conjuring films. I don't necessarily
like
like all of the spin-offs, but I like the
Yeah.
Conjuring films. I
Same.
like the actors that they have, you know.
Me too.
So I think that they've progressively, like in order of release, is order of how good they are. But I still like them.
It's interesting because I have never seen. I saw only two. The first one,
Okay.
and then the one in England.
Oh,
I've
that
only
one.
seen the
That's
first
the
one.
that's the second one
That's
Yeah.
the one.
with the
the
Slender Man
Enfield-
or something.
Is it
Tom's
no?
fault.
The
And
was it
that's
the
the second
Enfield
one.
Ghost or something like that, or whatever it is?
Yeah,
What's
because
the-
the third one was where the kid was supposedly possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
See, I didn't watch the third.
That's the third
and
one.
That being said, I never saw the Nun. I never
Oh,
saw
The Nun
Annabelle.
was-
I never saw
Really?
Annabelle.
Okay.
I never saw.
Did you see
I'm
Matt
saying.
Rife has a claim in that now?
Yep, he has it all. His life is going to go down the shitter.
What happened? What I missed?
Things are going to
Matt
happen.
Rife bought the
The
like
whole museum.
Annabelle home and doll and stuff now.
He bought
He
their
bought the-
whole
Yeah, he owns the
museum,
museum.
their house,
He bought the museum.
He
and
owns the
all the
museum and
artifacts.
stuff now.
He owns the
'Cause he
whole
does-
museum now.
Because he does ghost hunting when he's not
Well, yeah, I know
doing.
that much.
So he's
Well-
like, but I'm scared for him. I'm like,
Well,
good
that fool's
luck.
gonna catch. That fool's gonna catch on fire. Watch.
Yeah,
He's
good luck
just
with
gonna
that.
be- He's gonna be taking a shit, and all of a sudden, just spontaneously, just combust.
Because
So
even if you
that-
don't believe in any of that stuff, weird things happen to the people around it. And that part you can't
Oh,
quite
yeah.
deny. So I'm
So,
like,
Mandy, are you gonna go watch in the theaters?
oh heck yeah, I've watched them all. Marat and I, we love horror movies of any kind. So
Now, once again, my
Sorry,
wife, my wife is my tester of things that people just don't give a shit about. Now,
yeah,
she does not like scary movies, right?
most females don't. I get it.
Okay, I get it. She's not a big horror person. Okay, but she loves The Conjuring, the first one.
Really?
She
I
loves.
wonder what she
and,
relates
and
to.
I think this is what it is, because it's not so much a hack and slash, because it's not. It's more of a haunting, right? And there's some jump scares in there.
Those
Okay, we
are
got
more my
that.
favorite kind of scary types
Right,
of
so
scary movies.
And the act, and like Tom nailed
See, I
it.
like hack and slash.
The actors are great. I mean, the actors are really what pulls you in that movie.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's a whole combination, because we watch those ghost shows. She likes
Yeah.
that shit.
She
But
does.
she doesn't.
Oh, I'll watch.
Oh, we
it
watch.
with her.
We watch ghost shows all the time. Now the thing
Me
is,
too.
but anything that has to do with, like, now it's getting a little goofy with what you say, Shannon, the hack and slash, she's out.
Yeah.
Or anything that's
Yeah.
too scary. Like we
Got
did
it.
watch that Pope one, the Exorcist, the
Oh,
Pope's Exorcist.
yeah.
that was fun.
That was entertaining.
We watched that and we enjoyed it, because
Good.
there's a couple parts in there where, like, once again, the jump scares, but once again, it's not a all in your face, that kind of scary movie.
Yeah.
So
Well, now that I know what kind of movies she likes, I'll send you guys recommendations because you guys watch
No.
the same kind of ghost stuff that I love.
no, I don't recommend that. Okay, so this is the thing. So
He
that
said, "I
being
don't
said,
recommend that."
You got?
So-
Has she seen the original Amityville Horror?
oh
If she,
yeah,
like-
of
if she likes
course.
the ghost stories, then yeah, okay, good.
So good.
You know what? But she saw it. Now, mind you,
It's
my
okay.
wife's, she's been around. She's older than I am. She's seen movies. Yes, she probably saw Amityville, I think, when it first came out. In the theater.
Okay.
Probably. But then again, it's
I
kind of
gotta
funny.
go.
I watched The Omen for the first time
Mm,
as an
great,
adult.
great one.
As an adult, right? And during Halloween of last year, and I went down the rabbit hole, and I saw one, and I saw number two, and I think there was a three out there,
There's
right?
a three,
or whatever
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I saw them all, and I'm going, and it's like, oh, you're going like, oh, the rest are just.
The
they're
second
just-
one works, but the third one is terrible. I mean, legit.
The
And you
third
have
one is
Sam
terrible.
Neill as the Antichrist.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, that kind of sucks that this was a terrible movie. But
Who would have known that he would become a dinosaur guy and go to the island and fucking do all the stuff? So this is my thing. When we watch these old movies from the 1970s and early 80s, Rosemary Baby, The Omen, Amityville Horror, as
Carrie.
when you're Carrie, right? When you're watching them as a small lad, and then when you get older, right, you have a more of a defined palette for these movies, and that's to me when you watch it and you're going, I was the age my dad watched it for the first time or something like that. And what did he think? Did he think it was what I'm thinking now, right? But it's two different generations. He was probably entertained to the gills, and I'm like, it's all right.
well,
That's
it's
just
also,
what
but it's
happened to
also,
overabundance. We didn't
Yes.
have, they didn't have that
Yes.
back then, so there wasn't
Right.
much
So-
to compare it to.
there's a lot of stuff
Exactly.
that's like a moment in time. You have to understand Jaws was a moment in time. Now
Exactly.
shark movies are everywhere, but at that time, that was
Yep.
it.
And
I mean,
that
that
one's
kind of stuff.
still scary as fuck.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have fucking sharks coming out of the fucking sky for fuck's sake.
Right?
Where back in those days, it literally legitimately scared people from going into the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you
100%.
it's a good movie
yeah.
when it scars people for life.
Mhm.
That movie had a lot of power.
Yeah.
There's
Off of
people
a
even
two symbol fucking song. Dun-dun.
Right?
there's people
You hear
who
like,
hate
Mechanical shark. Like,
there. Wow, you actually saw that in the theaters, Billy? So Billy saw the original Exorcist in the theaters. I mean,
that's amazing.
I'll tell you what. So I saw back in my day
Back in my day.
when
JJ
they
says that shit to me all the time.
re-released The Exorcist for like I don't know
2002 or something.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went right now. I'm a man who's married with Voldemort. Right, I'm married with my first, and I sit there and I'm watching The Exorcist. Okay, The Exorcist. Right, I'm thinking as an adult. I was like, this is the most boring shit. Unbelievable.
I did
Why
too.
was
I thought it was so
Why
boring.
was I so afraid of this as a kid? Right, because it was
Jason-
boring until the very end, and you're like. The spider walk was more creepy at that point than anything.
Oh my god,
I
that
just-
creeps everybody out.
Yeah.
when you watch these movies as an adult, we got it all. We've
Yeah.
seen it all. We're in sensory overload. That it takes a lot for us to get scared, freaked out, nightmares.
Yeah.
No, I have yet to see a movie now that'll make me afraid to go outside and take out the trash.
It, for me, the old one, like I've rewatched it because I like the newer ones, and the original still scares me more.
That's
Really?
a-
And I
The-
don't know
the-
why.
The
So a good
original
comparison
is
for that-
existential fear.
Yeah.
And Caesar, if you've lost that existential fear, man, you might want to look into that because that means something if you've lost that.
So, like my kid, so JJ's a good example. JJ's a good example. So he can watch, like he loves The Conjuring and he watches all these movies and
Yeah.
he's the epitome of the new, what is he? He's not
The
Gen
new
Z, he's-
generation. Yeah.
I can't remember what the new one's called. I don't even fucking care
neither.
because they all drive me crazy.
Alpha, I think it's Alpha, isn't it?
You still lie.
Are you Gen Alpha? Is that what you are?
No, I'm Gen Z.
You're Gen Z?
Gen Z. Yeah.
Are you guys still live?
Yes. Anyway,
out.
he's the epitome of the. Oh, he'll come chat. He's the epitome of the
Ugh.
kid who old movies, like he loves the scary, the jump ones, the hack and slash ones. He's not a huge fan of.
Yeah.
I never,
like
I
the
never,
jump
I
ones
never.
too.
They're different genres.
There's different
you know.
genres, right?
Different-
Like I never
different
saw
genres.
Saw. I was never
I
ever
saw that.
interested in Saw. I never saw Hostel. I never I never saw Saw. I never saw any of those Eli Roth movies because they just
Saw is interesting though, because Saw, the first
It's-
one,
it's
is
psychological.
psychological horror.
Yeah,
first
that's
one.
what makes it so
After
good.
Though-
that, it still
It got
kind of
stupid.
is, but it leans more into the gore. But the
But
first
yeah,
one is a
people-
fantastic psychological movie.
They followed
People
the
did-
same formula as Final
now people did
Destination.
tell me, because I found out what the first Saw was about, right? He's basically sort of torturing those who did bad, right? I'm all for that, actually, and I probably one of these days I'll probably watch it when I'm 85.
But like,
But
did
the-
you like The Bone Collector or?
I did watch
I
The Bone
love
Collector.
Bone Collector.
Okay, those are great movies, and they're or like Seven. Like, there's not a lot of movies that you could say were done that well, and it was like more storyline than anything, I think. And
Well-
the first Saw has that vibe to it. That's what made it good.
Well, Tom, you kind of nailed something about, me losing some kind of fear. I actually gained a fear. The older I got, the
Really?
more I became claustrophobic.
Sure.
Oh,
And
interesting.
I was never that claustrophobic, but the older I got, the more anything closed in freaks
So
me out.
closer to the grave, it makes
Well,
sense.
that's
No wonder
I was
you're
just going to
scared.
say that means something too. You went
That's
from the
right.
existential to the
Yep,
reality.
exactly.
Well, I mean,
Because it's
mind you, I
coming,
was-
my friend. It's coming for all of us. And
For
some
all of
people,
us.
some people can't deal with that.
Yeah.
This is
well,
closer than this is.
I got closer than I wanted to. As a matter of fact, I was sitting right in
Exactly.
Well,
front of me.
yeah.
Uh,
Last
I was
year
sitting
gave
out-
you a fucking up close version. Like,
I mean, the devil was cooking lunch for me. That's how close I was, right? I mean, I was sitting there, and he's like, "How do you like your eggs?"
you need to slam my door.
So the thing is that when I can't watch any movie that has anything to do with being buried or in a coffin
Interesting.
or in a cave, tight
Got it.
spots, anything like that, I start to like I'm starting to get like
Hyperventilate?
panic.
I
Start
have
like
very
that.
similar problems with some of those movies. Yeah. If someone's literally, I'm not really worried about like if they're in a cage or something. That can be uncomfortable, but you're supposed to be uncomfortable. But like when
Right.
you're talking about stuff like The Descent, where they're climbing
That's
around
the
in
movie
little
I
holes,
thought of.
like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
way I can do it.
No.
There's a movie
Buried
that
Alive.
there's a movie called that Ryan Reynolds did called Buried.
Buried.
Yeah.
Yeah,
heard of this?
buried alive.
Okay, so in the movie, he gets buried. Obviously, spoiler alert. So he's in the
It's the whole
coffin,
movie.
right? And he's been buried, but he has like a phone, and he's like talking to like the FBI or somebody, right? And so you're watching this movie, and you're thinking like, okay, now we're gonna cut to the FBI. Now we're gonna
Mhm.
cut to these guys or this guys, because that's how movies work, right? No, you are in the box with him
The
the
whole
entire movie. And
I'm
I
out.
literally, and it was really good. He was really good. It was
Yeah.
really good, but it bothered me so much that I
Oh,
literally had to stand up and walk while
Walk
I watched
around.
the movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very funny that you say that. So
I like
I
small
was
spaces. I don't
watching
really-
You're
I
small
was
human.
watching this documentary. I mean, yeah, you could crawl in the sewer. It doesn't bother. So this is the
Oh.
thing. I was watching this documentary called Bones. If you ever had a chance to watch it. It's on Netflix. And they going down some like a cave, and I'm telling you, they're like on their side and they're just shimmying down. I'm like, mm-mm,
No.
mm-mm. I start to sweat, and like you, Tom, I kind of have to like you at a point like go outside and and breathe the air and do jumping jacks and jump rope and shit like that because I can. But I've noticed anything that is not where I can't stretch my arms out forward and sideways and I can't stand up, I'm out. It drives me crazy. To
Yeah.
the point that I went camping once and I had a panic attack because it was one of those like this old school tents, and where I was sleeping, the tent was like right here. It was like
Damn. Really?
it would just like cover right here, and I felt then I just felt too much. So any movie that has to do with any of that, the same way some people have fears, and they're 8 years old, they saw Jaws for the first time, they can't even get into a fucking pool because it freaks them out. And not that many movies are like that anymore. There's not too
Yeah.
many of those movies that really puts the
They
fear
stick
in
with
you.
Yeah.
That stick. Not so much now, except for Final Destinations, because I too will not drive behind a truck of logs. Right? I'm not gonna lie. I just that movie did kind of screw you up a little bit.
Yep.
Right. But other than that, movies aren't.
Well, but that's also us. Remember, that's us because we've had 50 years of experience. Kids that are coming up and they're 10 years old and they're seeing something now for the first time, whatever it happens to be, whatever shark movie or whatever, that kind of stuff for them can traumatize them.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like, dude, I've seen 100 shark movies. This doesn't mean anything anymore.
Exactly.
But for the younger generation that's coming up, that's why things like Long Legs and Weapons are successful, because it's for a different audience that hasn't been where we are,
It's true.
and they're coming in and this is their stuff. It's for them.
So
they make movies for younger people now to get more viewers. It's not made for our gen anymore at all.
Right.
Well,
Which
two things. So Billy, you son of a bitch, and two,
I will beat you on live camera.
and two, the other thing is, shit.
And the other thing is you're old and
Yes,
you remember.
yes, but
Yeah.
you were just talking about yes, you were just talking about what were you just saying right
the
now, Tom?
kids and they get their own
Oh.
movies.
Oh, yes. I'm going to quote our buddy Ish. A lot of these movies are not meant for us.
Right.
I just said that.
They're not.
I
Is
know.
that what you said?
Yeah,
You know what?
literally,
Yes, you
she just said that.
I don't pay
Literally.
attention.
Just said
Okay.
Literally.
They're meant for that dude next to you. I mean,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're and it's true. It didn't dawn on me until we were talking about The Little Mermaid, right? The remake they did, right?
Oh.
So bad.
And Ish said,
Still haven't watched it.
and
Same.
like all these people are like, oh, it sucks, but that. He's like, but you do understand, this movie was not meant for a 40-year-old man to watch. Those movies were not meant for a 55-year-old man to watch. It was not made for you. It was made for a separate generation. So
Yep.
you don't have any right.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with that, because if you recall, we were all told that Ms. Marvel is not for you. It's not for guys. This is not your movie. And then none of us went and saw the sequel and we got blamed. Why aren't you watching this movie? Because you told us it's not for us.
Okay, well, I
So
did.
You have
I,
to be
I-
careful with that in whatever media stuff you're doing. I'm
True.
not saying you, but whenever you're telling an audience this is not for you, they'll remember that. And
Well, I'll tell you-
if
I'll
things
tell you
continue
what.
to come down the pike, you might
Yeah.
get a surprise at the box office.
Facts.
when my wife left for out of town for like 4 days, other than standing in the corner with my pants down,
With your kids.
I sat there and I said, okay, finally, Caesar, let's go through it. Let's finally get through these movies that people have been talking about, and now I'm gonna finally do it. So I weathered the storm and I watched the second Marvels.
Great movie.
Oof. Oof. Mercy. I did the toothpicks on my eyelids, on purpose.
Yeah.
And I was
Do
cutting.
you
I was
see
doing it
his
all.
Mouth, look, his mouth is wide open because he doesn't
It-
agree with you guys.
It was
Young generation.
horrendous.
Old
it was-
generation.
It was horrendous.
It is,
Okay,
it is.
two.
Here's what, before you go on, this is what makes me so happy. Honestly, it really does. It is the biggest money loser in the history of Hollywood.
It is. It is indeed.
Well, at least you got that right. So this is the other, and then the other one that I said I'm finally gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch it, and it was Venom 3: The Last Dance.
That movie is horrid.
Oof.
The only thing I loved about that movie was the venomized
The
horse. I was excited.
I mean, I was so, and the ending was something out of the 80s, like looking at the Statue of Liberty and go, I'm gonna remember you, buddy. Or whatever how he said. I was like, and then end scene, I was like, I wanted my money back, and I was at home.
You were
I
like,
felt
"Wait, what?
I took money out of my wallet and I put it right back in my wallet just to make myself feel better.
Wait,
And
did
then
you
there
like
was
Marvel?
what's that?
Did you like Captain Marvel?
I actually didn't. I didn't mind Captain Marvel. I
So then
enjoyed
how
Captain
do you
Marvel.
not like Miss Marvels?
Oh my! Are you out of your mind?
Those are not parallel movies, my friend.
No, but like
By all means,
But
please.
it-
This
but
is
it
a very vocalized
no, but it
child, so you
proves
will
like
not.
it shows all the powers of the other two because they'll never be seen other than the
Yeah.
show.
I don't
It's
I don't
different.
care about the powers of the other two.
Yeah, I don't
it was,
either.
I was annoying. The Kamala is annoying as crap. I know she's 14 or whatever it is. Didn't like her. Careless. The other
Here's
one.
And again, here's the thing. Remember, we were told that this is not for you, for men, for whatever, right? We were literally told that for the first Captain Marvel, and it did $1 billion.
Yeah.
So
It did
people came out for that movie, and then we
Love
were
that
told
movie.
this isn't
That's
for
my
you.
favorite.
When the second one came out, no one went and saw it. I mean, like no one went and saw it because it's again the biggest money loser in the history of Hollywood, which means even really women didn't go and see this movie in any sort of capacity. So that tells you that there's a lot of problems with whatever the structure was of this. People
Yep.
didn't care about Captain Marvel to the degree that they thought they did. No one cared about Monica Rambeau. No one cared about Ms. Marvel, or do they call her Ms. Marvel? Is that the
Miss- Yeah.
Ms. Marvel?
Miss-
So even with the success of Scarlet Witch, which is where Monica Rambeau was hanging out, and the semi-success of the Ms. Marvel TV show, like that none of that translated to the theater.
True.
And
And
then we,
I just
and then we were told don't go see it because it's not for you. So we
well,
didn't go see it.
it's there was a good fair warning because that movie sucked ass. Now the other third thing I sat myself down to watch because I finally I'm gonna binge it, and it was Ironheart.
That show is horrendous.
Oh man, so I disappointed myself 3 times. So I
You
went to the
gotta
back.
ask me. You got to ask me, Caesar. You just got to ask me. Hey, I'm going to watch this. Tell me, and I'll help you out.
Well, no, because
Tom
you're
will
gonna
just
say
tell
no
you
to
how to
everything.
say
No, he'll say no to everything. Hey, I'm gonna go watch don't watch that shit.
That's legit hashtag like
But,
talking.
Oh, I remember
but this
this
is
guy
Yep, that's him.
I remember this guy.
because he disagreed with me on every single movie. It was Sonic. It was that week. I remember doing this for the first time, and we argued about Sonic.
Well, I didn't argue about Sonic because I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you
I didn't
still
see it.
stuff.
I don't do video game movies because every time I've seen a video game movie, I've not liked it. So I just have not bothered.
You didn't like
Yeah,
Super
I-
Mario?
Super Mario, that's a good exception. I did. Super Mario was okay.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
cute.
Mortal
That's a
Kombat?
cartoon, isn't it?
You didn't like
What's
the
a-
new Mortal Kombat?
Question mark?
The no, I did not like the new Mortal Kombat. No, that was garbage.
Oh,
Legit
wow.
garbage. Legit
Wow.
garbage. However, I will tell
I
you,
enjoyed it.
I will tell you
Thank
that I
you.
do have an
Good
interest in the
opinions.
sequel. The trailer that I saw from the sequel, I was like, now we have something going on.
So I cannot
But Tom,
wait to see
but Tom,
Katana.
you have to admit though, the last Mortal Kombat was better than the original or the
No.
second Mortal Kombat. They
No.
did. Come on,
No.
man.
You
It
know
was
what?
better-
I love the
it was
original.
With Christopher
I
Lambert?
It's better in the context of its production, the costumes, like the visuals, like it's better in that context. But Mortal Kombat, the original movie, is Mortal Kombat, whereas this thing that we got in whenever it was 2000,
No, I
whenever,
a couple years.
was barely Mortal Kombat. I mean, barely. There wasn't even a Mortal Kombat. It was just dudes fighting. There was no tournament.
Right. Where the
You know what
first
I mean?
one was an actual tournament.
Yeah,
I feel
So-
you there, right?
So that's what I'm saying. Like if the original, or sorry, if the remake actually had the tournament and was a tournament, I think we probably would have had truly a blockbuster film. But
Well, yeah, but at least they had the point to point that out that it wasn't the Mortal Kombat tournament that it was supposed to be, and they
Sure.
were fighting for Earth early because they
Sure.
were trying. Like, I get it. They did
I
all
get it.
that. Like,
yes, but I want the
But
tournament.
there-
This is what I'm here for.
But the
Oh,
second one looks
agree.
like it's going to
Yeah.
be a tournament from
I
what it
agree,
looks
yes.
like. And I'm a big Carl Urban fan, so I like anything that dude does. right?
100%, 100%.
So
yes.
Yeah.
I'll
I think
probably watch it.
the
I'm
shit's
for
good.
sure going to see it. Yeah, I think it's going to level up nicely.
Almost not.
And we just hope that it's good. Yeah. But no, I would never watch the remake again. I was so, again, it looks great, but I would never want to watch it again.
What other video
There's-
game movie do you not like?
I don't know, name some. I just watched Until Dawn. That was trash. I just not just watched. I watched what's the one? Is it called Monster Hunter? Is that? I think it's called Monster Hunter. This was a handful of years ago.
That game just came out, so
No, well, the movie came out like 4 or 5 years ago, so that might not be the title, but it was something along the
Or
lines
the
of Monster
Friday,
Hunter.
the Friday. What's the stupid fucking movie?
Oh,
called?
Five Nights at Freddy. I won't go anywhere near that. Nope,
That-
won't go anywhere near
oh,
that.
I mean that's not for your generation. I'm not even gonna lie.
What else is
See,
there?
there's the generation thing, not
Yeah.
for his
Sure,
generation.
yeah.
His generation.
Yeah.
Uncharted,
This-
Uncharted was a good movie. I
Tomb
thought.
Raider.
Uncharted was a failure at the box office, by the way.
It was
but
a failure
but
box
it was a
office.
failure
It
box
doesn't mean
office.
that I didn't. I liked it.
You can
I
like
enjoyed
you can
it.
like it.
Me
I would
too.
never see it because I don't.
I
like
never-
Holland, and I don't like video games. So
I
wouldn't
never,
see it.
Got
I never saw Uncharted. Yeah,
The first two Tomb Raider movies were mediocre at best.
the first
the,
one was.
the remake was nothing.
Oh, God.
nothing to speak.
I
of.
heard the remake was awful. I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
yet.
the remake is-
was
is
the
a big
remake
zero.
was. Yeah, it's big.
Again,
Have
when you go to the original Tomb Raiders, they at least, again, it's like Mortal Kombat. They were at least what Tomb Raider is, right? As opposed to sort of the recasting and the reimagining of the character that they did in the remake.
Well, listen,
at least with Angelina Jolie, she was Lara Croft.
Yeah.
But I always tell people that, this is the good thing about movies is that what Tom thinks is shit, I might think it's the best movie
Of
around.
course, and that's why
Well,
these shows are great because we can argue about it, we can present points, we can.
I
do all this
mean,
stuff. Yeah.
just think about a movie that everyone's like, I liked it all, and every single for 2 hours we're talking about movies that we all agreed on. It would
Mhm.
this would be the most boring show as it is. So this is the thing. So
We actually all liked it.
Yeah, because
I there's a couple movies that I have like saved on my stream. Like I still want to watch the second Gladiator. I just haven't had a chance to watch it.
it's
Oh, it's
not
good.
great. I'm not even
It's
gonna
not
lie.
good. It's not good.
No, you guys didn't like it?
I don't
Oh,
think
right.
it lives up to the
Stop yelling.
reputation of the first one.
Not remotely.
If you
First one's
recorded
amazing. I don't know.
if you
I
if
didn't
you
come
recorded
out.
2 crickets playing violin, Mandy would watch it for 2 hours.
Probably. That's because
No,
I'm present and want to soak up everything. And I don't
mean,
have
that-
my
You are
yes
full of
list is
shit.
always
You are
going to
not
be
always
bigger than my
Oh,
no
I
list.
soaked up
You will
Gladiator
check
too, but I
out, you
wrung it
feel
right back
little
out.
bitty
I don't want to.
That was good.
yeah. And so you just put it back in the bucket, back in that slop bucket, and the janitor's bucket.
I
So
love
like
it.
yeah, there's a couple of stuff that I've and maybe for a reason why it's still sitting in my to watch list because I'm like I don't know, it's just not
Are there any
that
other
hyped to watch it. What's that?
Are there any other like examples of movies you want to watch or shows?
You know what? There's a lot I want to watch, but my life is dedicated to solving crimes on documentaries, and
Yes.
that's about it, man. I got to be telling you. And Seinfeld, our house is
Seinfeld.
our Seinfeld's on a rotation at our house. We will start at episode 2,
Love
skip
it.
the last 2 episodes in the last season. And then
Yeah.
we started all over again. And it's a ritual around 11 o'clock at night. We'll watch whatever and we fall asleep like 2 old people. And then we wake up and,
Love
whatever.
that.
So, but it's very hard. There's very little movies. And Tom, you might, and this will be interesting. Like I never saw Beetlejuice 2
It's
based
horrible.
on just based on what everybody said.
I started it twice and couldn't finish it. And I was so
I
excited.
can put it on
Yeah.
in the background, but it's not a movie that I get intrigued to sit down and just like I'm in
Yeah.
to watch it. It's
Painfully
background.
bad.
Most
That makes
old-
sense.
Now I did watch and fully enjoyed Wednesday because I think it's just fun. I think
I
Wednesday
love
is
her
just
one-liners. Like
and that's
Haven't
and that's what
They're
makes
so-
I haven't
so
watched
dark.
the season yet because I hear it's just, and I will watch it. Like I'll sit down and watch it because I love the first season. But
Yeah.
the second season I hear is just not quite as good as the first. And according to her, she's not doing a third season. So
I agree with that, honestly. Like it was entertaining to me, but it doesn't capture the first season at all. Like
but it's still fun. It's fine if they don't do a third season. No one's gonna cry over it. It's perfectly
Oh
fine.
no, they want to. Jenna Ortega is just not going to be in it, and neither is Christina Ricci and somebody else. They were also.
Well,
like,
then I'm not
then-
watching it.
Then no one's gonna watch it.
And there's no show.
Yeah.
Then there's no
Yeah.
show.
Exactly.
What are you doing on Gomez? You know, what are you doing on the
Oh,
brother?
because he's going to that school now. Apparently,
no one's gonna
Whatever,
watch that.
whatever.
I agree.
Um,
I'm just saying.
So there's that's funny. So I just thought of something very funny. Sorry, I lost train of thought. I'm old. What movie, Tom, can you watch over and over again?
What movie?
What's-
Oh,
Jaws, Jaws is on rotation like Seinfeld for you, I guess.
oh, is it
Did you
really?
say
I like that.
Yeah.
movie?
Jaws is constant. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
What
I got to do
movie?
because it's the 50th anniversary for the movie this year.
It
and I got-
is. It's all over
Yeah.
all of my streaming channels right now.
Yeah.
everywhere.
And so I got invited to do a podcast about a month ago and just talk about Jaws. I was like, this is what I've been training for my whole life. It's happening right now. I get to talk about this movie that I watched.
I got it. I
yeah,
got this.
I'm in. And so,
That's
yeah, I asked them at the
amazing.
beginning, I was like, tell me what you know. Tell me how much you think you know. And they were like, no, you're going to teach us. I was like,
And
okay,
then
good.
I'm gonna tell
I'm-
you how wrong you are.
Yeah, right.
Can you please
So
do
that
me a
was-
favor, Tom?
Yeah.
Can you dress up in a shark onesie when you're like pointing your finger at them?
I have
Yes!
it's upstairs. I could go get it. I actually
Really?
bought a not a onesie. I bought I don't know what they call them, but like when you put stuff
like
in
a-
your hair, right? Like this,
Yeah.
but it has
yeah.
a big shark on it like this that's eating your head. Like that.
That's big.
Wear
So,
it. Wear
Okay,
it.
so
got
do
that.
it. Please
Alright,
take
I'll
a
do it.
picture. I want to see.
Wait,
Oh my god, I'm
neither-
so excited.
Did you say movie or show, or did you just say movie?
Stop yelling.
No,
Me?
it's yes, you, Mandy. I don't think you spoke in the whole show. So no, I'm talking about just TV shows in general and movies. I would have to like
Bet
I
you
want to
could
watch.
do
I want to
Awesome.
watch Ballerina, right? I still got to watch Ballerina. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask Tom if he's seen this.
Ballerina,
get it.
or not Ballerina. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Is
Are you
the movie
ready?
I watch on a
Yeah,
repeat.
go ahead. I want to hear.
Oh, good.
I love it so much.
Yeah,
So
you're
many
yeah,
yeses to this.
you're an idiot.
My whole week has been made. Thank you.
I love it. I fucking love
Yeah, man.
it. That's great.
So what's movie
See,
that you can
Billy,
watch?
I'm fun at parties, motherfucker.
Yeah, Billy.
I said Spider-Man Miles Morales, the animated.
That's all right. I've seen it twice because I believe it or not.
No, the
made
old
my-
one, not the new one. The old
Oh,
one.
okay.
First
It was-
one.
First
right.
one I heard was good.
Agreed.
That's right. That's right.
And then TV show, you guys aren't gonna know what it is, but it's called Attack on Titan.
Oh, that's terrible. I can't.
I don't
watch
do
that.
I
can't
don't
watch
do
though.
anime. I
Anime
don't
as a
do
whole,
anime.
I can't really do. No.
I've heard of it though.
So, Mandy, about you, Puss in Boots?
What was the
I got
question?
skipped because my kid
Is-
talked. What the
is-
fuck?
What's the question?
Is
What's
Puss in
the
Boots? Maybe Puss in Boots is one of the movies you can watch over and over again.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
yes, because I have
Yeah.
like all the donkey and Shrek lines memorized. It's accurate.
All right, good, thank you. How about you, Shannon? How about you?
Movies I can watch over again.
Holiday.
Top Gun. Sorry.
No.
Oh, we were watching like 2 days ago.
Top
Well,
Gun's
I-
a great one. 'cause
What
you get-
genre? Because I could go all over the place with
Well,
this.
yeah, we
one.
all
Well,
have multiple movies. Top Gun
We
is
all
one
have
out
multiple
there.
movies, right? I mean, like
Harry
for me,
Potter for Shannon.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Over
There
and
you
over
go.
and over.
Hands
my-
down, Harry
Like-
Potter. I was watching them last week.
Yeah.
like I could do that. We could put on the Lord of the Rings, the extended
I could
cut,
do those.
right?
I
Those
do
are
I
those
could put
great.
them.
extended cuts because they're like 4 hours long. and I have
Um,
all of it. So it's
Godfather 1, Godfather
Mhm.
2. I could put
Amazing.
on a loop.
Those like
Right.
old people, I don't know what that is. I don't know
It-
what
it's-
Godfather is, and I've heard it's great. Never seen
I
it.
feel like you would enjoy it.
Is it boring?
probably
is it like
would.
slow paced?
No.
Well,
It's
yes, it
gang-
is. It's
Yes, it
gangster
is.
stuff. It's gangster
They're
stuff.
older
It's gangs. Good point.
So I don't
it's
know how you feel about them.
speaking of, I did enjoy Mobland. Go watch Mobland if you want
That
some good
movie is-
acting and stuff like that.
think I
That
watched
show's
that.
good. It's a good.
But because of the time of year, I'm starting to replay just horror movies in the background, just as my shit.
Same.
Like
We read
I put Scream on the other day just to put it on, and there it is.
I guess there is a difference between I don't like horror movies. To me, I think horror movies and scary movies are two different genres.
I mean, they're not.
Well,
They're one and the
horror
same.
is like the
There's two
umbrella,
different
right?
types.
Yeah, and then there's like psychological horror, there's like
Yeah.
slasher horror, there's like animal horror, like
So
horror is
they're
the umbrella.
same. They just
Yeah.
have little branches underneath them.
Yeah.
Like, ask Tom.
Okay. Well, so that being said, like I don't like the slash, right?
Mhm.
The slash and whatever. I guess psychological and ghosts. I'm more of the I'm more of the Sixth Sense,
Same.
the Outsiders. You know that kind
Yeah.
of stuff,
Yes.
right? Where it's like a haunting and maybe with a
Yeah.
twist.
Mhm.
I'm in. Psychological, it's good, but it has to be written pretty damn
Really
good.
well. Yeah.
And that's the
Psychological
problem.
tricky because I always figure that shit
Because
out.
you
So
are
I'm
a
just like,
psychopath. Sorry.
Well, the problem with psychological is that, and Tomo, you'll probably agree with this, is that it's very hard to write a very
It
good
is.
psychological movie where at the very end you go, and I think a lot of us here could figure movies out pretty quickly. My wife hates me for like, oh, it's the butler, you know, that whole thing. So
Well,
the
it's
thing
ironic
is,
the best psychological movies ever made were based off of books. So
Yeah, that's
the
true.
writing kind of was done for them.
for them, right? So
Yeah.
like the Sixth Sense was one that I was just like, whoa.
well, that's what I'm getting at. I haven't seen a movie in a very long time where the very end I was like, holy shit, did not see that coming.
No.
Right. Or I mean, like
Well,
I even Get Out, you're like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, exactly. Part of that though is again, it goes back to just saturation. We've seen so much
Yeah.
that there's really only so much that can be done. So it takes somebody to really kind of get outside the box of whatever it
Yeah.
is to make it so that us in our
That's the yeah.
saturated world of media would be like, oh, that caught me off guard. I didn't see that coming, surprise me. That's what I always tell people is like, I want a movie to surprise me. If you can surprise me, you've done your job. If you've
Yep.
entertained me, you've done your job. If you have me writing the movie while it's happening, you have not done any of your job because I'm bored and I'm fixing things that you've done wrong and so on and so on.
You nailed it, Tom. If I'm on my phone while I'm watching a movie,
Something's wrong.
go ahead, Mandy.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and I like it when movies can play on the fact. There's a comedian named Nate Bargatze, and he has a bit about the Sixth Sense that we all believed. It was so much easier to believe that a woman was just giving the silent treatment to her husband over the fact that they showed us in the beginning of the movie that he died, and no one wanted to believe he was a ghost. It was just so much easier to believe that
It was very
paranormal issues.
believable. It was very believable that he was being
Yeah.
completely shut out.
And I
right?
was like, genius.
Yeah, he died and still went to work. Like we all understand,
See, all that is believable, folks. But it is true. I mean, I know we're winding down to the show, but it is true. Not too many shows, not too many movies nowadays are blowing us away. And yes, it's because we're in a generation now where we're able on a touch of a button watch any movie in the library.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if it didn't come out on TV, you better have your fucking Blockbuster card or
Right.
go to your local video mom and pop video store and
Yeah,
I miss
hope
that shit.
and hope
I do too.
it's not rented out.
That's when you had to
Right.
make friends or be friends with the guys who worked at the counter because you'd be like, hey, first dibs.
Can you set
You
it
know-
aside for me? I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
yeah.
Because I
That
gotta
was the thing.
tell you, when you would go and yes, it's the Friday night, Saturday night thing where you flip and you see it and there's no film behind, there's no case behind it. You're like, oh,
Right.
it's rented out. Hey, can you put me on the list once it gets back to give me a call? Because
Yeah.
that's what we
Yeah.
were. That's
what we
that-
did.
No.
This
That's
one
the
just asked me, "Is
generation."
that what you guys
No.
really did?" And I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah.
It was exciting and thrilling because you didn't know what you were gonna walk away with. There was no
Dude,
guarantees.
we all had a local place by us, right? The
Mhm.
big chains had multiple copies of it. But if
Yeah.
you went to that small mom and pop place, they would
I do.
have you would go in on Friday and Saturdays and hope to see what's on the new release wall,
Mhm.
right? And you go, oh my gosh, it's finally out, and then it's an 8-day waiting list because some asshole kept it for 17 days and never returned
Right?
it.
That was the
Right.
worst.
So with that, but now
Cheaper to pay the late fee than to rent it again.
Exactly.
Right?
or he just or buy it. And it was like $80 to buy the whole thing. It's
Yeah,
not too
yeah,
expensive,
yeah.
right? But now it's like, what do you want to watch? Click.
I know.
I don't.
It's at our
I don't.
fingertips.
I don't like it. Let's watch something else. Click. I don't like it.
It's
back in-
groomed us to be
back-
so lazy and so
Yes, because
unappreciative.
back in my days, I paid $1.99. Fuck you! I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch all of it, no
All
matter
of
how
it.
bad.
It's
I
Because
paid
I'm not.
for it. I need to watch it.
I'm gonna get my $1.99 out of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because I'll be damned and screw you so bad I'm not gonna rewind it, and I'll
Yeah.
pay the extra dollar, or whatever. It is.
Yeah, back in the
I
day,
forgot about that. Must rewind before return.
yeah,
Yeah.
before even the video stores really exploded, like there was I'm a big Godzilla fan, so there
Oh,
were a handful
my
of Godzilla movies that were even available in the United
Mhm.
States on VHS. And so my friend and I, every time on the weekend, we would get together and we would just call video stores across Los Angeles. What Godzilla movies do you have? So that we knew
That's
who
amazing.
had what. If we ever wanted to watch it, we got to go here to get Ghidorah. We got to go here to get Smog Monster. We got to go here to get this one.
yeah.
So yeah, it was a different time, and now it's just all on Amazon.
I
Right,
think
Tom,
my mom and pop shop was a little different than everybody else's because we had Blockbuster eventually, but we would walk in to rent a movie and it was in such a like redneck town that someone literally had an alligator on a leash, a full grown one.
I
And
think I
so
saw
it
that.
was wild. You never knew what you were gonna get.
I saw that. I saw that movie.
Life
Hey,
is
Tom,
like a box of chocolates.
What,
Yeah.
where in LA did you grow?
I was like north of LA, like Glendale.
Nice. Okay.
Glendale.
Yeah, but we just
Okay,
made his
Tom.
dad take us all over the place, and they're like, "Hey, we gotta go to Simi Valley because they got this movie." All right,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
JJ wants to ask you a question.
yeah.
So I know you like hate everything. So I have two questions. One, do you like Star
Stop
Wars?
yelling.
Yes, of course.
Yay.
And what's your favorite Star Wars movie? And there's only one right answer.
There is one right answer, and it's The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, so it's just the most wrong answer ever.
It's the only accurate answer. And I do accept A New Hope because
Oh,
Star Wars doesn't exist without A New Hope. I mean, without
Okay.
that, nothing else comes around. And if you're going to
His-
tell me that the best one is Rogue One, you and I are going to have a problem.
No, it's
No.
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
Now,
It's the
well,
one
Revenge
with
of
just
the
little
Sith
girl
is
with the
the-
Ewoks.
Revenge of the Sith is the best of the prequel
That's the
things.
best.
Like without question, it's the best of those. Yeah, but no, Empire Strikes Back is the one.
well, I hate to really disappoint you, Tom, and I'm going to say it now because it's top of the hour. Rogue One for me is one of the better.
Oh, that's
Next time, I'll
agreed.
tell you. I'll bring my PowerPoint as to why that's the shittiest movie. And
I
it's funny
believe-
because I challenge people
I
about Rogue
believe
One
you
all the
have
time.
it set up.
I'm like, listen, you don't
There's
like
like a flow
Rogue One.
chart.
What you like is the last 30 minutes of Rogue One, and that's all.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
That's not
It is
true.
It is true. I'll prove it.
I
I'll
highly enjoyed it.
I'll prove
I
that you
highly
don't like it.
enjoyed Rogue One.
Oh,
You
shoot.
son of a bitch! I'm telling you right now, I liked it. I enjoyed it very much.
No,
I know
Second
that
my-
you. I know that you think you do, but I can prove that you don't.
You're making me take my heart pills.
no, Caesar, you're-
Did your alarm go off? It's
Yeah, it
10.
did. Yeah, it did go off. 9 o'clock my time.
Heart
All right. Well, listen. As I always like to tell people that you don't think the show goes anywhere, and it still doesn't. Just to let you know, at the very beginning of this show, we talk about movies, and yet we talk about the same movie for about 40 fucking minutes. So this is the thing, people. Okay. I know that you come here because you want to see the people argue and disagree and all that stuff. But the fun part is that that's exactly what we do. We argue and we disagree, and we all yet gather around the fire, hold hands, and sing songs from
Sing Kumbaya.
It's
and
not
sing
as
songs
bad
from-
as The View. Like we're doing pretty good.
no, listen, it's pretty good. And we do this once a month, the whole movie stuff, and I thought it would be fun to bring Tom in, and thank you, Tom, for joining us and
Yeah.
disagreeing
And the
majority
hat.
of the times, and the hat, and the fact that you
Stark
already
is the
got
fucking
Listen, we
best.
all liked Fantastic Four. I mean,
that is
We
true.
did.
there was a consensus here.
Movie ever.
That is
That
rarity.
never happens.
And this remember everybody, this show gets recorded and it gets uploaded on YouTube, so everyone could go see this and say yes back in 2025
Tom agreed with 3 other people.
One time.
with 3 other people and gave it a high score, mind you. You know.
Wait, what was this?
He gave it an 8 out of 10.
Go ahead. I gave mine an 8. He gave his
They gave 8s and we gave
We
9.
gave
I
the
think it's the
nines.
second greatest Marvel movie ever made. I think.
okay. Now
Infinity-
pump your brakes there, cowboy. All right.
I waited for it.
I like that he likes it that much, though, honestly, because that's the generation that
That's the
really
generation who's going
could
to do it.
could miss the Fantastic Four completely.
True.
So the fact that he likes it, I love that.
My favorite
Well,
supervillain.
Look who his dad is.
My second favorite supervillain is Galactus,
Mhm.
and we finally got to see him for the
Yeah.
first time. And
Stop
I'm
yelling.
not yelling. You're
It
just
was
next.
legit.
You're
louder.
loud.
That's how voices work.
But
But
project.
it's the first movie ever in Marvel history to ever have a full body or fully face shown Galactus.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it so much.
Well, it
Good.
is better than that floating cloud in space, which was whatever the hell that was. Okay, so I think this is it. This show basically just jumped the shark, literally. Thank you, Tom. I can't take you serious with looking at that thing.
I fucking love it.
I love
So
it.
next,
Is it better
So
this
next-
way?
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Better this way? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually. All right, 'cause it's my
I feel
OCD,
like
my
it's
OCD,
facing the right way now.
my OCD.
Somehow
was
it's
going-
right now,
I don't know. Yeah.
My OCD.
My OCD was going out the fucking door.
So cute.
So next week we're gonna bring the boys back in town, and we're gonna have the bracket challenge. Everybody loves a good old bracket challenge, and
It's
when
a
you-
movie bracket. Back off. Not a sports
I want
bracket.
to do it.
It's the not movie. It's I think it's well we're still gonna pick it, so it's gonna be some comic related bracket challenge. As always, it's always fun, especially when you bring a bunch of nerds who read books, because I'm usually the only one that's not reading a book. There's been talk that they want to do a fundraiser, and they want to raise about $1,000 for charity for me to read a book. And the funny thing is, my answer to that is, fuck it, no, I'm not. I don't even for charity. I'm still gonna read the book.
It's like a cat in a hat or a children's book to learn how to urinate in the
Just gonna
toilet.
get you the fucking audiobooks to
as-
listen to.
As I always tell people, I'm still waiting to see what happens to Pop when it gets hopped on. That I stopped. I stopped reading to see what happens to Pop. Right.
Oh my
So
lord. No.
that being said, everybody, next week we have the bracket challenge. Once again, I want to thank Tom. I want to thank the 2 lovely ladies, Mandy and Shannon, and the boy over there who just came in late. I tell you what, it's always good time. It's always fun.
This was good.
Tom, we might bring you on more because I got to be honest, we do like to bring people on who've seen more than just 2 shows that me and Shannon watch.
Tom's
'Cause
hilarious if you've
Ma-
had an
Ma-
edible. Like this was
Mandy-
the best time.
Listen,
The more
Mandy-
negative, the better. Like I'm like,
Mandy can't do this all for us because Mandy's like, me and Shannon are like, no, we haven't watched it. Mandy's like, oh, I saw that, and I saw the 4th one and the 5th one, and then I'm filming the 8th one. It's
I watch it.
ridiculous.
Why do shipping? I have to
I
listen to something.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. That being